Hey guys, Dre here with the Return of Baldy the road to 513, and I went on a little climbing trip with some old friends the other day. Not old as in they're old, but known them a long time. And this trip was kind of orchestrated by my old friend Roland. We call him Rofo or Rofo the Mofo. I'll let you figure out what that stands for. Um, Worked with him years and years ago at Neptune Mountaineering in Boulder, Colorado. He has since moved away, went back home, and came back the other day for, I think, a long weekend, and got a bunch of us old Neptunians together to go climbing out in the South Platte, so about an hour away from Boulder, Colorado. And it was a new area, so new for us, but also I think it's kind of still being developed or recently been developed. It was Staunton State Park, and the area was called the Pooka area, and it's a really cool area. They had new, they had, like, the roads were nice and new, the bathrooms, the trails. There was a bunch of mountain bikers out there, all the cliffs, like new hardware, sport climbs anywhere from like 5'3" to 5'12" or whatever. And so something for everyone, and just a beautiful area. And again, not that far outside of the city. So we all met at a Saturday morning. It was about a month ago now at Neptune Mountaineering, kind of how we used to do back in the day. So that was kind of fun. And we all drove out together and got a bunch of video about this process. So two things. I had some shifts happen where, like, good things happen where just with my climbing, like my climbing progression improved on this trip, and I'll go over that later. And then we, oh yeah, I forgot my camera stand at home. So I had to do what I call creative camera standing. So camera leaning up against tree stumps or jackets or water bottles or all the things, but I'm used to that. I've done that a lot with this video series, but also taking videos of myself riding BMX or whatever. So anyway, I'll play these videos for you about our day, and I'll meet you right back here, and we'll kind of discuss what happened mentally and how I feel like that day out at the Pooka area at Staunton State Park kind of was very good for me in my progression of my climbing, getting back into it, and the ultimate goal of climbing 513. So anyway, let's check those out, and I'll meet you right back here.